Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to Adventures in Dudeness, a podcast for average men like me where I discuss all the different facets of my life that other dudes can relate to. Welcome everyone to episode 2 of Adventures in Dudeness. This beer is for you. I am your host, The Dude, and we'll jump right in today and get on to today's topic, which would be an award that I came up with to kind of celebrate just really cool people that I come in contact with out in the world, whether it be, through work or just kind of out in public. And that award is going to be called the This Beer is For You Award. If you have gone over to the Instagram the past few days, you noticed that I had posted the very first one. And today, that had such an effect on me when I did that I've been thinking about it all weekend, and I really wanted to kind of make it the first official, quote unquote official episode of this podcast. I feel like episode 1, I just kind of introduced myself, gave you a little background of what the podcast is going to be. So, This Beer is For You episode is really the first official one, and I just kind of wanted to tell the story and just give an kind of an explanation of what that award is and how we're going to work it into the podcast. So a few days ago, I was having just a really bad, crummy day. Nothing seemed to go right. It wasn't turning around at any point. It seemed like a gray cloud was following me everywhere I went. I was really frustrated, really aggravated with everything. And I was just really having a bad day. It was later in the afternoon. I hadn't even gotten a chance to stop for lunch yet. And I was on my way home, already running late because I had another appointment I had to get to. And I decided that I would stop off at Taco Bell real quick, grab something to eat while I drove, so that way I could get to my appointment without having to either go hungry or stop somewhere else. So I pull into a Taco Bell and I order my food, and I pull up and I pay for it, and I had noticed there was another vehicle parked in front of me that was just sitting there, which I thought was weird. And I'm like, okay, well, it's probably they're behind, which really kind of aggravated me more because this was just supposed to be a quick stop. I had somewhere that I really needed to be on time, and I hate to be not on time. So the guy says, okay, pull up behind that vehicle and wait for your food. I said, all right. So I pull up. I noticed this guy come out, a Taco Bell employee, and he came out and he handed the guy in front of me his food, and the guy takes off, and I pull up, and it's my turn now. So I'm sitting there waiting, and I'm watching the clock because, I'm like minutes. I only have minutes to get where I need to go. And the guy comes walking out, and he just struck me as a different kind of guy. He was an older guy. And I kind of thought to myself, like, my heart kind of goes out to these older people that have to work these jobs. And to be honest with you, I never asked. Maybe he just wanted to work this job. Maybe he just, wanted to have something to do. But nevertheless, he comes out and he hands me my food, and he looks at me and he says, "Hey man, I really like your beard." And I go, "What?" He goes, "I really like your beard. I can grow one like that myself in about 9 months." I said, "Really?" I said, "Well, I've been working on this one for over a year." He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "Well, I got some Blackfoot Cherokee and Navajo Indian in me. And, I'm from Nebraska." I said, "Wow." I said, "Well, that's cool." I said, "Yeah, I got some Indian in me." Me too. And he looks at me, he goes, hey man, I really like your tattoo. I'm like, oh, well, thank you. And I explained to him the meaning behind my tattoo and everything. And he pulled up his sleeve and he goes, I got a tattoo. I got this done in 1961, he said. So you can imagine, I mean, he's getting a tattoo in 1961. You can kind of imagine this gentleman is older, right? He's an older dude. And he said, I got it done in Old Mexico. Not New Mexico, Old Mexico. Down south there. I said, well, that's cool. So I've never been to Mexico before. He goes, oh, yeah. He goes, boy, the woman that gave me this tattoo, I really wanted to bring her back with me. But, it's awful expensive to bring somebody back to the States. I said, I guess so. And there was a couple other filler things in there, but, these were kind of the big points that I just found. And this conversation was short. I mean, it was 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes. And he goes, all right, well, I'll let you get going. And he turns around and he starts to walk away. And then he stops and he looks at me and he goes, hey, man, my name's Buckshot. I said, well, Buckshot, I said, it's a pleasure to meet you. I said, I'll see you again sometime. All right, man, you have a good day. And he turns around and he walks inside and I left. And the whole time I thought to myself, like, man, it changed my day instantly. Just made me feel better about just totally changed my attitude. I was in such a good mood. It's hard to, you don't run into people like Buckshot very often these days. Everybody is still stuck in the 6-foot rule and secluded to themselves because of, the C word a few years ago. And, even in the fast food industry, I mean, people don't want to talk to you. They just want to give you your food, and they're just counting the minutes by till they can go home. They all act like they really don't want to be there, or, you're kind of a bother to them. So to come in contact with someone like this, especially at a fast food establishment, to me is just, I wish there was more people like this in the world. These people make the world better. And there's kind of an old saying of, hey, I want to buy that guy a beer. He's a pretty cool dude and I want to buy you a beer. And I thought about going across the street and actually buying the guy a 6-pack and giving it to him, being like, hey, you're a cool dude and I wanted to get you a beer. So, here you go. But, you don't know if he drinks or, it probably wasn't very appropriate to give him a 6-pack of beer at work at the very least. So I thought about it, and I've thought about it all weekend, and, wanted to do this episode about Buckshot, but he is the inspiration for This Beer's For You, the award. As soon as I had 2 seconds to sit down, I created the logo and I kind of typed up the story on Instagram and posted it. And, I think these people should be acknowledged, when they just act like human beings, when they're just kind and want to, just change your day, change your outlook. Maybe he knew I was having a bad day, or maybe he just, that's just how he always is to everybody. But I think these people should be acknowledged because these days it's so far and few between. So I'm going to put it out to you listeners also, that if you come in contact with someone like Buckshot, where, you find somebody in public and they just brighten your mood or make you have a better day, please, you can get a hold of me through email or on Instagram. Just give me their name and a little story, and I will post it up and give these people a This Beer's For You award. And you know, I really encourage everyone, including myself, to, you know, have a little bit of Buckshot's attitude in you when you go out into the day, when you go out into the world. You know, if you see a homeless person, you know, give them a buck or a bottle of water, or you know, when you see somebody drop something on the ground, stop to help them pick it up. You know, it's the humanitarian thing to do. It's the humane thing to do. And I think that so many people's morals are gone now that, you know, they're just so self-absorbed and so busy, and everything is about them, and they don't care about anybody else around them, that, you know, it's always where they got to go or what they have to do. And I really implore everyone out there to, you know, I'm not saying you have to throw on a cape and you know, go be Captain, you know, humanitarian or you know, Gandhi or Mother Teresa or anything, but, you know, just if you can, and really the words just take 2 seconds, you know, and it's free, you know, just compliment somebody, just you know, just try to make their day better. It doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't hurt you. You know, it's the kind thing to do. So, for now, my friends, I appreciate everybody listening. I know this was a short episode. I just wanted to give a quick update. I'll be posting episodes, I've decided. Mondays at 5 p.m. is when they will be going up for your listening pleasure. I thought it would be a good time. Everybody has kind of a rough day on a Monday. And you know, it'd give you something to listen to on the way home from work, or, you know, maybe when you had a little bit of downtime, maybe after dinner or something. But I thought it would be kind of an appropriate time to post the episodes. So for now, that's all, my friends, and stay mellow, and I will catch you hopefully on the next one for episode 3. Have a great day, everybody. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. To be notified of when the next episode drops, please consider subscribing. If you would like to get in touch with me, my email is adventuresindudeness@gmail.com. For more content, head over to my Instagram, adventures_in_dudeness. Thanks for listening, and stay mellow, my friends.